And both teams are now coming in for the next match. EM Dallas Burn versus ECRC. I apologize for not updating the scoreboard, but we have it updated now. Here we go. EM Dallas Burn versus Emerald City RC kicks off now. Ooh, Caesar with an awkward defensive moment right there. Gets away with it, but Gojo gets right in and gets the first goal 15 seconds after kickoff. What a start for Emerald City RC. They take the lead. We didn't even get a chance to go over the lineups, but now that we got this goal, I guess we can finally do that. Spanky Utopia and Gojo, who is R7 RXCH in ECRC, playing against Caesar, Wicca, and Anomaly of EM Dallas Burn. No Toad Death in this game one. No problem. This is still a good trio right here. Spanky and Gojo having really good seasons so far. Utopia in his first season in SGL settling in and looking better and better as the season has progressed. And he is looking like a solid player for Emerald City RC as well. Kicking off their passing game right here to Utopia, who booms it away. Wicca trying to touch it into the corner, trying to get a 50, gets it out to the side wall. Gojo takes over, trying to center it. He does. Anomaly is there to clear it out. Spanky with a nice fast aerial to get to that instantly. But now the ball is loose in the middle. Wicca having to meet Gojo in the middle. Gojo's recognizing the danger and getting to the ball quickly enough to snuff out that threat. And now EM Dallas Burn needs to defend because Gojo is going straight forward to the blue goal. Where the Playboy at, says Trigger? Well, Playboy Farty is in the chat. Good to see you in chat, Tico David. Will we expect an appearance from you tonight? I mean, I know you'll say no, but you know what? I know you'll still be tempted to play tonight because you have been looking better and better in the scrims recently. I know you're itching to get one game in at the very least. Anomaly passing it out to Caesar, who goes for an early shot. Spanky pops it up to Wicca off the backboard. Anomaly trying to get it on target, trying to put some power in it too, along with the placement, but gets it off target. Now Spanky taking it to the opposite wall. Wicca takes over, meets Utopia. Ball went to the midfield, but now Caesar takes over with his Octane. Gets bumped away, but the net is open. Wicca right there for the easy finish, the tap in, and EM Dallas Burn are back just like that. It's one apiece. Unfortunate moment for Emerald City RC right there. Spanky trying to go for the ball, but Utopia was as well, and with both of them going for the same ball, the net was left open. Wicca with the easy finish, and sometimes that's all you need to get back into a game. A mistake from the opposition to punish. And Emerald City RC now are back to square one. Caesar, nice 50 right there. He can follow it up. He does. Does he have enough boost? No, he doesn't. Wicca then takes over. Anomaly trying to go for a shot towards the middle off of the crossbar. Good effort, but he just couldn't get it on target. And now Emerald City's RC's turn to counterattack. Caesar misses. Wicca takes over with a nice first touch. Takes it to the side wall. He's looking to try and bait someone out. Gojo reads it. Gets a good touch. Wicca trying to bump away Utopia, who gets a clutch save right there. And now Utopia takes over, kicking off the counter, beats Wicca, trying to go past Caesar, but Caesar gets the clutch save. Utopia trying to do it all on his own with a valiant effort, but Caesar holds strong. If I feel like it, well, you might feel like it now, because Caesar dunks on who was that at the end? Dunks on Utopia and gives EM Dallas Burn the lead. Palace coming in and exclaiming straight away, wait, why is Adam on the game? He should be working the TCU basketball game, no? Well, you know what? Maybe he's not scheduled to work that night tonight, so he's here and playing. And so far, he has been a solid third man for his team. Anomaly trying to follow it up, but now Caesar takes over. Pops it out to the backboard. Couldn't get the second. Wicca is there to get the third. Off target. ECRC did just enough to see that off. And now Utopia takes over with a good first touch. Baits out the 50, but Wicca is there to take the ball away from them. Gojo trying to get it off the backboard. Utopia going in for the shot. Couldn't make it. Now the ball's loose. Gojo off of the sidewall. Below the crossbar. Gets the equalizer with 50 seconds remaining. Great skill right there to use all of his boost to get to the ball and get that finish in. That's not easy, by the way. That is not an easy shot to make. And he gets that in. 2-2 with less than 50 seconds remaining. Could still go either way. Oh, Caesar's coming in. Utopia with a nice touch, trying to follow it up. Anomaly in all sorts of trouble. Wicca gets the slightest of touches to get that save. And now Caesar takes over on the counter. Couldn't get a proper second touch. The ball gets played out to the flank. Utopia has the time to take over, and he pops it up to the blue half. Ooh, I thought he would have passed it right there, but Utopia tried to beat Wicca, who pops it up to Anomaly. Spanky meets him in the air. Caesar gets the boost, but he lets go of the ball. Gojo trying to go for a follow-up. The ball hits the floor. Overtime in game one, just like in match one. 2-2, just like in match one as well. Here we go. A lot of parallels right here. A Texas team versus a Seattle team going into overtime. 2-2, game one. Quite interesting, isn't it? Funny how things work out. Caesar, though, trying to just unsettle this team. That pinch kind of worked out, but Utopia is back to clear it out. Now Wicca trying to follow up his own center right there. Couldn't do much. Caesar, Wicca doing a lot to keep the pressure going. Wicca with a shot off target. Anomaly choosing to go for it, but bails out at the end. Trying to get back into position as Spanky tries to take over. Nice 50 by Gojo. The ball's loose in the middle. Utopia just doesn't have the boost to get that touch. And now Caesar clears it away with zero boost. Gojo has enough to follow it up. He plays it out to Utopia. Utopia off of the backboard. Nobody's there to follow it up. Gojo and Spanky choosing to stay back. Caesar trying to get that first touch. Beats Spanky with a second. Utopia gets it out to the midfield. Anomaly towards the net. Gojo to the left flank where Spanky is. Now Spanky trying to see if he can get it going on his own. Wicca does well to get up there, meet him in the air, and get that out to Caesar. Anomaly taking over. Caesar goes back. He tries to go for the bump, the touch off the backboard. Couldn't get the second on target though. And now, back again for EM Dallas Burn, but stopped by Utopia. Spanky brings it out to the other end. And so far, it's a lot of safe attacks from both teams. Just trying to find a way to force a mistake from the opposition. Although we're starting to see some enterprising play. Gojo could have had the game winner, but Utopia was in the way unintentionally. And his team is incredibly unlucky. Utopia saves Gojo's shot. Oh, you hate to see that, chat. That should have been the game winner for Emerald City RC. They had it too. And now Emerald City RC need to defend. EM Dallas Burn going the other way. But it's all loose touches as EM Dallas Burn look boost-starved. Gojo going up, trying to get a shot on target. Wicca gets it out. Can they follow this up? Caesar with zero boost. Wicca finally gets 100, but the loose touch is in Utopia's favor. Going towards the net. Caesar knew where that was going. Had to get the touch. Does just enough to see that off. And here we go. This overtime is still continuing. Ooh, a bit of an awkward moment there for Wicca. Just couldn't get the touch. Invites ECRC forward. But every single time EM Dallas Burn get back, they defend very, very well. And likewise for Emerald City RC, both teams have done very well to keep it at 2-2 this whole time. We have gone past the 3-minute mark in this overtime. This is looking really cagey right now. Neither team wanting to lose. Both teams trying to create something out of nothing or force a mistake out of the opposition. But both teams are doing a great job defensively. Pico David looking nervous in the chat as Gojo tries to do it all on his own yet again. Once again, try to go from the wide areas, try to create something out of nothing. ECRC, though, have looked like the better passing team so far. And they look likelier to get the game winner. Unless Anomaly can get something going right here. Spanky gets to the ball before he does. Gets it out of the way. But Wicca keeps it going. Doesn't have the chance to get the second touch. Caesar bails out. Anomaly takes over. Anomaly's going to try and follow this up towards the middle. Nobody's there at the right side. And Utopia takes over, passing it to Gojo towards the middle. Oh my goodness. Anomaly with a clutch save. But it's not over yet. Utopia chooses to get it off the backboard. I thought he was going to go for the finish. And this game is still going. Crazy long overtime right here. Both teams really trying to play it safe. No one really trying to overextend. And I get it. It's been really cagey so far because neither team wants to lose, and I totally understand. Both teams have been looking very good in this game one so far. ECRC looking like they can get the winner, but Caesar with another clutch save. He's done it yet again, chat. Caesar, Wicca and Anomaly have held on. And try as ECRC might, they do whatever they can, but ECRC cannot get past the blue wall. EM Dallas Burn are still holding on. We have passed the 5-minute mark. We are into another Rocket League game, but it's still game one. Here we go, chat. Strap yourselves in. This might be a long overtime. At some point, I would think that ECRC would get the game winner because they have created the better chances. They've looked like the more enterprising side. But don't rule out this EM Dallas Bird team. They're capable of getting goals out of nothing. Caesar, great dribble out from the ceiling to the ground, to the midfield. Trying to get it forward, but Anomaly takes over. Once again, though, whenever EM Dallas Burn go forward, they all run out of boost and then they go back. That probably explains why they're not able to sustain the pressure. They might want to stay up and start getting some boost pads in the middle so that they can keep the pressure going, because ECRC are going to pin them back if they're not careful. Caesar with a clearance. Gojo takes away both big boosts. Caesar needs to get the small pads now to keep his momentum going. Oh, Wicca misses. Gojo's all on its own, but he does not boost to follow this up. Anomaly with a nice first touch. One-on-one against Utopia, who holds strong and gets the save, and is now going to look to get a 50 off of Caesar. Off the backboard, Wicca diving in, but Gojo takes over. Might he get the game winner? Caesar, yet again! His 5th save of this game! Absolute insanity! Now we know Caesar has the most saves in SGL Premier this season, but he keeps adding up. His offensive efforts work. For 6 minutes and 42 seconds, but Caesar plays the final pass. Gojo looking awkward. Anomaly with the game winner, and EM Dallas Burn win this 3-2. Wow, take a breath. Take a breath, chat. Cyberburn, your boy Anomaly got the game winner right there, by the way. Absolutely massive contribution right there. Wow. Insane game two. Game one, rather. I say game two because we went 6 minutes, 42 seconds into this overtime. You say he did a thing. He got 2 saves, 1 goal. 4 shots, 50 touches. He was a big player in this game. You know, he wasn't just a passenger. Oh man, what an insane game one. I thought ECRC were gonna get it, but EM Dallas Burn did what some Jose Mourinho team would have done. Park the bus, sit back, defend, make the big saves, and then take advantage of that one chance at the other end. You know what? Some will say that's how Brian Schmetzer Seattle Sounders play. So maybe ECRC got a taste of their own medicine right here. Oh, that was a crazy game, Cyberburn. But this is only game one. Wow. Absolute insanity. And we are gonna go straight into game two now. No time to waste. No time to wait. Here we go. Game two kicks off, and it's Pico David coming in for Anomaly. Yes, Pico David makes his appearance for EM Dallas Burn. Oh, good pass there by Caesar. Pico David trying to dive in for that. Wicca having to get the touch to slow it down, but Gojo is there to follow up. Caesar at the back, though, settled and ready to go. Utopia with a pass into the middle. Spanky couldn't make it there. And ECRC have not made any subs right here. They're sticking with Spanky, Utopia, Gojo. And you know what? That's totally fair because this trio looked incredible in game one. Just couldn't get the win that they might have deserved right there. Game two, though, with Pico David in the lineup, maybe this might be their chance. ECRC, though, having to deal with that incredible defense led by Caesar. They still need to work hard to get a goal in this game. Anomaly in chat saying, gotta thank my coach Burn for always providing that moral support even when I have to deal with Turnt. I see some banter right there amongst Anomaly and his circle of friends. Speaking of Anomaly, he says, rare off week of games this week from Elo. Back in action this weekend for a softball tourney. Well, Palace, there's your answer. That's why he's playing tonight, even though TCU's playing basketball right now. Let's go back into Rocket League action right here. 0-0, 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. It was KG during overtime in game one, and it's still KG in game two, despite Pico David coming in. Force EM Dallas Burn. Might ECRC be able to get an opportunity right here? Spanky playing patiently, bringing it all the way up, trying to go for a 50, but Caesar sees it off. Utopia bounces into the middle, goes over the shot! And both Pico David and Wicca are there to try and get the save. Wicca rewarded with the save, but ECRC are coming back. This team still needs to defend as ECRC search for their first goal in game two. Loose ball in the middle. Pico David doesn't have any boost. Caesar having to defend yet again. Gets yet another save. But he's demoed. And Wicca needed to dive in. And Utopia, Gojo, could have had the shot. Fortuna's effort right there, but he couldn't direct it in. And the ball goes to the other end. Caesar capitalizes on ECRC pushing up. And EM Dallas Burn takes the lead. Oh my goodness, they've done it again. Oh my god, EM Dallas Burn parking the bus and getting the goals off the counter attacks. ECRC, though, they deserve a goal of all the good work they've done. And I would not be surprised if they get the equalizer right here. Gojo and Utopia trying to set something up, but ECRC cannot breach that blue wall. Wicca trying to take it towards the net when he could have played a pass to Caesar. Caesar chooses to go back. Pico David sitting back. Both of them try to go up. Opening right there. Utopia chooses to play it off the backboard. Spanky and Gojo crossing wires and in each other's way. But EM Dallas Burn don't take advantage of that. Loose ball yet again. Spanky trying his best to keep it going. Trying to get the boost away from EM Dallas Burn so that they have no chance of creating some opportunities right here, but still Pico David gets it to the corner. Gojo, soft touch towards Caesar, who takes the first touch, beats Spanky, and he gets his, and EM Dallas Burn second. What a goal, all made by Caesar. And that booming demo on Spanky was the cherry on top for EM Dallas Burn as they double their lead, and they are up 2-0 with 79 seconds remaining. Man, this is starting to unravel for Emerald City RC. Caesar, the man to lead. EM Dallas Burn forward. Just like good old Julius himself for the Roman Empire. But can he keep it going? Can he hold on? Or will his empire collapse? We shall see. There's still a lot of game remaining. ECRC can come back, and they've done this in the past as well. Gojo getting demoed for his trouble. Pico David intercepting. Utopia taking over. Trying to follow up. Spanky waiting for the loose touch from Wicca. Off the backboard. Gojo right there. But he pops it up. I thought he was going to go for a shot on target, but he pops it up and gives EM Dallas Burn some reprieve. Now Wicca trying to take it forward with little to no boost. Loose touch to Utopia. Shot on net. Oh no, Gojo! Gojo should have put that in, but he bounces it off the crossbar. And with less than 10 seconds remaining, that was the opportunity for ECRC to get back. But they concede game 2, and EM Dallas Burn are on match point. Somehow, some way, EM Dallas Burn are up 2-0. Wow. After a lengthy overtime, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect EM Dallas Burn to be up 2-0. With Pico David in the lineup too, by the way. I know he got 46 points. I know. But don't discredit EM Dallas Burn. They still did very well in this match. Oh, man. Palace telling us all that Pico David was him. I mean, this is the first time you're telling everyone in chat this. You might have been trying to tell everyone outside of chat, which you have for sure. But for those of us who are not in the server, you know, you're learning about it for the first time now. Yes, Pico David has been getting better and better. Yes, his skill level's not up there, but he is showing signs of improvement. But here we are going into game 3. Will both teams make subs, or will we see the same lineups? I'm expecting a sub from EM Dallas Burn for sure, but will ECRC make a sub of their own?
3, 2,
And that they do! Toad Death comes in for Utopia. Toad Death, Spanky, and Gojo versus Caesar Wicca. And look who it is! Posey makes his return to SGL after a long hiatus. Welcome back, Posey. And Posey already plays a big part, giving EM Dallas Burn the lead. Bringing the ball out, getting the 50. Passing it to Caesar, who backflips himself towards the ball. Gets it into the middle of the orange net, and EM Dallas Burn take the lead early in game 3. They're up 1-0. Gojo in his shiny pearl orange Fennec, trying to get Fennec. Did I say Fennec? I meant Octane. Sorry. Trying to catalyze his team with Toad Death, trying to cause some chaos. Toad Death coming back in, trying to inspire his team to get back into this match. A sweep would be a terrible result for them, given how much EM Dallas Burn have struggled. But this happened in the previous matchup. We saw this matchup go to 5 games the last time they went against each other. And ECRC was able to win in Game 5 at Champions Field. Might it happen again? If it were to happen, ECRC needs to do a reverse sweep. And with the way EM Dallas Burn is playing, that's not going to be an easy task. But never say never. This ECRC team is capable of coming back. But for them to come back, they need to make their chances count. Toad Death with the shot attempt. And look who it is making the save, chat. Caesar, yet again. Wow. Caesar doing all he can to keep his team in this, getting save after save after save. No one can get past him now. But Toad Death trying to make an opening right here. Posey diving in, getting a save, getting a 50 off of Gojo. Loose ball, but Wicca chooses to go all the way back. This gives Spanky the time to take over, but he elects to pass it off of the backboard. Gets away with it. Gojo with a 50. Toad Death with a shot attempt. Off of the post. Spanky misses the ball. How? That should have been 1-1. But ECRC couldn't get the finish, and EM Dallas Bird go the other way. Absolutely wild game 3. Somehow it's still 1-0. It might be 2-0 for EM Dallas Bird, but ECRC defend that well. Popping it high up into the middle. Spanky clearing it out. Gojo trying to propel it forward. Off of the backboard, but it's too close to the net. Posey clears it out, but he is boost starved. Spanky has enough to keep this going, but Caesar takes over with a good first touch. Toad beats him. Gojo's right there to get the finish. Difficult effort though, and he cannot get it on target. And now they all need to defend as Caesar tries to go up. Spanky though with a good first touch. Gojo taking over off the corner, but the ball rolls up in favor of Wicca, who clears it out. Spanky yet again following it up. He needs to do better right here. Couldn't get the touch though. Caesar beats him. Try to go for a second. Gojo with a patient approach. Loose touch. Caesar all on his own. Wicca and Posey both choosing to stay back. Very defensive play right there from EM Dallas Bird, choosing to preserve their 1-0 lead instead of trying to go for the second. Caesar recovers off of that awkward moment between him and Wicca. Wicca trying to go for a pass. Posey taking advantage of the loose ball, but he misses. Gojo takes the first touch. Caesar is back there, adds another save to his tally. It's not going to be over yet. He gets another save. Just like that. They may be simple, but they're still important for the team. 1-0 with 70 seconds remaining. Every save, every clearance, every touch at the back is gonna matter for EM Dallas Bird. Never forget Posey beat Steel Army. That he did, if you remember last season when EM Big Dogs upset Steel Army. What a game that was. And we might be seeing a potential upset right here, unless ECRC can come back. Never say never for the Seattle Sounders boys right here. They have come back before. They can do it again. Gojo keeping his team in this. Toad Death is back there to follow it up, but a loose touch gives Caesar a chance to take a shot. Gojo off the backboard. Wicca popping it up. Posey going for the far post shot. Off target. Gojo gets the ball from Toad. Gives it back to Toad. Toad with a shot. Wicca gets back. Gets a clutch save. 50 off of Spanky. And time is on EM Dallas Bird's side. Gojo and Co need to get that goal in fast. Big 50. Toad off the middle. Spanky doesn't get anything right there. EM Dallas Bird get the final touch, and it's in a big upset in the premiere. EM Dallas Bird get their second win, and they sweep Emerald City RC. I cannot believe what I have seen right here. Wow. This is absolutely insane. But, chat, if you thought you were gonna get a second to catch your breath, think again. We are gonna jump right into the next game. We are gonna jump into our final match of the night in the SGL Championship League. Frontera SD Azul versus EC Eternal. I still cannot believe this result, chat. EM Dallas Bird beat ECRC, conceded only 2 goals. That was in game 1. And they got a sweep. Like, 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't see this result. That's how unbelievable this is. Oh my God. Just this absolute insanity tonight in SGL. Serrano, I agree. What am I looking at? I don't know. It's such a wild result. Meanwhile, I'm here trying to set up the lobby for game 3, and I'm still trying to... My head's still stuck in this matchup. Bonesy, welcome back, by the way. What an appearance for you. You came up big in that game 3. And let's not forget about Anomaly and Pico David all putting up solid performances themselves. Caesar might have been the leader, but a leader still needs a strong team to see off the opposition, and that's what he got tonight in his favor.